Hey guys, this is Dr. Mike Wu-Ming with Bootstrap MD. There's been a lot of buzz about side gigs and physicians having side gigs just to keep up with medicine these days. I put out a video recently and talking about why I feel that consulting, being a physician consultant, is really the ultimate side business. And I wanted to take a few minutes just to talk about kind of my experiences with this. I'm a primary care physician, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a business owner, and I've been in practice, or I've been in medicine for about 20 years. And when I first got out of residency, I went to Mayo Clinic for my family practice residency. When I first got out, I joined a group practice with a lot of other primary care clinicians. We had family practitioners, internal medicine docs, OBGYN. And when you join a practice and you're straight out of residency, they kind of put you right into it. So I would be taking call, I would be admitting patients into the hospital. I was taking care of patients as a nursing home director. I was an urgent care director, but I didn't really think too much of it. And part of being kind of like the new guy on the block is you are put on holiday call a lot. And I remember one experience that happened in the emergency room that really got me thinking about having a side business. And it was Christmas morning. I still remember as if it was yesterday. It was about 5 o'clock in the morning, and I got a call to go see and admit a patient with congestive heart failure. And it was pretty dead in the emergency room, except for one other doctor besides the ER docs, and it was Dr. Jones. Now, Dr. Jones was a solo practitioner who kind of shared call with us. He had his own practice as a solo doc, and he was in his, let's say, mid 60s. Probably wasn't in the best of health, and because he actually looked like he was 10 or 20 years older than his actually stated age. In fact, when I was seeing him, I felt that the patient would actually look healthier than the doctor. I didn't know him too well, but I've had conversations with him in the past. But I was really surprised why he was taking call, why he was in taking Christmas Day call there. And in no uncertain terms, he kind of spelled it out for me. He said, Mike, I kind of have to take call. We get a few extra $100 if we take holiday call. He's got a lot of kids. He didn't really save, and he could use the extra money. And when I saw him and I saw this doctor, it really got to me thinking is, do I want to, in 10, 20, 30 years from now, be taking holiday call for a few extra $100? I was already, I didn't know it at the time, but I was overworked and I was slowly going into burnout. I was seeing patients every 7 or 8 minutes. I was taking call regularly. I was always being proactive, and I felt I was just like one step away, from a malpractice, just seeing all those different patients. And it really kind of cemented into me that I wanted a life that was different for myself and my family. Um, Another incident that happened was soon after we found out that our oldest son was diagnosed with autism. And I really wanted to be there for him, but unfortunately, the powers that be didn't feel that part time work was the way to go, that they really couldn't afford doing it. So I made a plan. I made a decision for myself that I needed to get extra income. I didn't know what I was doing, I didn't know how to do it. I didn't have time to get a second job and work myself to death. But I had some knowledge. I had some knowledge about. I was involved in the tech industry here in San Diego. I got involved in some startups, and I formed my own, started my own business, and online. And I was selling products and services online. I had a mentor that helped me do it, and I got really good at it. And kind of word got around, some colleagues and such. And I remember one in particular was a colleague had called me, and he really wanted to get into this. It was at lunchtime, and when he said, I'll do anything what you want. And then he says, can you coach me? Can you teach me how to build my own online business? And so I just threw out a number to him, and he said yes, because he knew, he believed that, that I could teach him, which I did. And he did some really, really great things with that. But from that conversation, just from that phone call, I realized that this could be another source of income for me, consulting. And I made more from that one phone call than I did in 2 weeks of working as a primary care doctor. And the thing about being a physician consultant is why I think it's the ultimate side business is because you can do this wherever. You can do this as a full-time physician and just work it at part-time. You can be as small, just work a few hours a week, to full-time once it gets going. And it allows you the flexibility to work whenever or wherever you want. And if you're interested in becoming a physician consultant, or maybe you're just kind of like want to dip your toes in, just see what this is all about, I offer a free training, 100% free training on how to become a physician consultant. I call it how to become a in-demand, high-paid physician consultant. And below this video or on this video, there's a link so you can register. Again, 100% for free. So those are kind of my thoughts on it. I really think that to get motivated, you really do need to have the drive to actually do it. And I know as a doctors, we have the knowledge, we're smart, we got into medical school, but somehow along the way, we didn't get any business training. And the only way that this works is for other physicians to help other physicians. So I give this training to you. Hope you enjoy it. If you're on this, thanks for watching the entire video. Again, my name is Dr. Mike Wu Ming with Bootstrap MD, and I hope to see you on the inside.